So, where am I going to perform this show? Let's talk about that next. Hi, I'm Aaron Jones, and welcome to another episode of Inspire Magic, where I like to inspire you to go out and inspire others to do great magic. And this is episode 3 of my series on creating a new show. And today I want to talk about who is this show for and where am I going to perform it. Now, I'm in Japan, and this show is basically going to be a small stand-up, close-up type show. And the venues I perform in are usually what is called a snack or a Japanese bar. A snack is this very, very small magic bar, and it's very, very, very narrow. Some of them are narrow, and there's not a lot of room to move around. And so I have to think about, when I'm setting up my show, creating the show, going through what effects I'm going to use, what is going to work well in this environment, and this is a very important part about putting this show together. Now, there may be effects I really want to do in the show, but it might not be practical in this venue, because working in these venues, a lot of time you might have people all around you. You might be working behind a bar that's very high. I might be able to have a place to put a table down to do the magic, or I might have to sit down in a very, very low table. So I have to think about all the different experiences I've had over the years of performing in Japan, and when putting this show together, something that will fit these venues. And so when I'm choosing effects, I have to think about this, and some of the things that I needed to accomplish, the goals that I wanted to accomplish, is that minimal setup time when I go into the venue. A lot of these venues don't have a place to set up the show. There's no secret room I can go in and prepare. I want to be able to be ready to go almost immediately. I can set down where my stuff is going to go, and within maybe 5 minutes I can start doing the show if I have to. And I have to think about resetting. Now, depending on where I'm performing or how the person who owns the bar has booked the show, there may be 2 shows and there may be 3 shows. And in between the shows, I might not have a lot of time to prepare. So I have to take this into account. Do I have to make double the show? Do I need double of the effects so that I can just switch one set out for the next and go into the next show? Or do I have time, or do I have effects that can be reset in the amount of time needed to start the next show? So this is something I'm going to have to think about when I'm putting up effects together for this show. And also the length of the show. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking a show, 2 kind of versions of this show. One is about a 30-minute version, and the other one is about a 45-minute version. And this is depending on if the person in the venue wants to have 3 sets or 2 sets, or they want 1 short set and then maybe some walk around magic afterwards. So I'm going to think about preparing 2 versions of this show to fit into those ideas. Now, this is a Japanese snack, and it's hard to explain, or Japanese bars, how these work if you've never experienced it. Basically, it's a very social thing. People come in. It's a little bit expensive for North American taste just to come in and have 1 or 2 drinks. But an important part of this is the socializing with the staff members who work at these places. So when I'm doing the show, after I am done the show, the people who are there are coming to relax. They're also going to want to drink with their friends that they brought, and as well with the staff members who are there. And so I have to think about this and not hog all that time, even though my show may be the event, but this is an important part of their business, and so I can't interfere. And in Japanese, this is mizo shobai, and of course they want to sell as much alcohol. And when the girl comes and sits next with them and the customer buys alcohol for the girl, this is a very important part of that business and how they're going to make money to pay me in the end. And so I have to think about this as well, is their business thing and how they are running their particular bar. And so this is something I need to discuss when I'm going to a particular venue, how they want to do this. That way they can maximize their alcohol sales when I'm there, because that's kind of the purpose, is the people come in and buy alcohol. It is a bar or a snack or whatever, and this is the thing I have to think about, not to interfere with that. Otherwise, my purpose is kind of mute. So I'm going to show you next time on this episode some of the things that I hope to how my show is going to fit physically and like I'm explaining about these small bars, how I'm going to do that and what I want to accomplish in those venues. So the next episode of this will be about the actual prop management, how I want to manage the props, and show you some of the things I have right now that I want to use for this show and to organize, so when I go into one of these venues, I'm ready to go. I can reset and do the show and have a fun, entertaining time with the clientele or at the event. Anyways, we'll talk about that next episode. So tell me about your unusual or venue things that you have to think about when you're performing. Go ahead and share in the comments below. Don't forget to go out and inspire others to do great magic. I'm Aaron Jones, and until next time, see you then. Goodbye.